Live at 5, this is 13 News Now.
Oh, what a beautiful June day. Perfect weather for the kickoff of Harbor Fest. And this is video of ships coming down the Elizabeth River for the parade of sail. 13 News Now is a proud sponsor.
And Jeff, what's the forecast for tonight for people who are heading downtown?
Just fantastic. Temperatures today really, really nice. I'm sure a few people thought it maybe was a little bit warm, especially if you were exercising or doing a lot of walking. But for the most part today, really, really pleasant. That means an even better night once the sun goes down, especially. Right now, nothing at all to track on radar. The next 6 hours will fall from just about 80 where we are now. Stay that way for an hour or two and then start to fall once we get past 7:30 down into the lower 70s by late evening. So extremely nice weather. If you want a repeat performance of what we had today, sorry, don't expect any more weather like that, at least not for the next week. Highs about 90 for the weekend. Again, today we were a little bit above 80, anywhere from low to mid 80s today. So tomorrow add on 5 to 7 degrees. Also gradually a little more humid both Saturday and then even still more humid on Sunday. It won't be as bad as it can get in the summertime, but I think you're going to notice the changes by the end of the week. We'll talk about that and a chance for a shower or two in a couple of spots, especially later in the forecast that's upcoming.
All right, Jeff, thanks so much. The majestic Coast Guard cutter Eagle is one of the ships here for Harbor Fest. It was built back in 1936, and its home port is New London, Connecticut. Today, Mike Gooding got the chance to set sail on the tall ship. Mike has more on the ship's history.
Sheet ho! Sheet ho!
It's a true blast from the past, dating back 81 years when it was the German Navy warship Horst Wessel. Taken as a war prize after World War II, the Eagle has spent the decades since serving as the seafaring classroom for the United States Coast Guard Academy. And in a high-tech 21st century world, the lessons learned here are timeless. Of course, one of the main ideas of the Eagle is to serve as a kind of floating laboratory for the Coast Guard Academy cadets, to give them hands-on experience of what it's like to actually operate a working vessel at sea.
It's teaching fundamentals mostly, navigation and seamanship, and we do a lot of engineering here also, and for Navy folks out there, damage control, so responding to emergencies, teaching cadets how to do that is a really important piece of our curriculum. But the sailing is the magnificent part.
And for what seems like the umpteenth time in the 41-year history of the Harbor Fest Parade of Sail, the Eagle was back in all its glory. And as much of a treat as it was for onlookers, it was the pleasure and honor of the Eagle crew to be here.
It's sad because my time on Eagle is almost up, but also it's one of the things I've been looking forward to is getting to sail into my hometown, because that's, you know, your hometown's really special to you. And so getting to sail in on and say, look, we're in the Coast Guard, look, we're a big, tall sailing ship, and be proud of that. It's a really big deal to me.
The only active commissioned sailing ship in American military service, and we in Hampton Roads get to see it up close all weekend long. Lucky us. Mike Gooding, 13 News Now.
With the thousands of people expected to come to Harbor Fest this weekend, we can expect a lot of traffic. Visitors who are choosing to drive are going to fill up those parking garages downtown. Ernie LeBeau joins us live from Norfolk. And Ernie, all this traffic has people who live downtown kind of concerned.
That's right, because mainly a lot of them who live downtown park in city garages like this one behind me off of Freemason. And to do so, many of them pay about $50 or so. But some people I spoke to down here said when there are events going on, they can't find decent parking or parking at all. And one woman I spoke to said to basically bypass this headache this weekend, she's going out of town. Waterside, Harbor Fest, and the Main. There's plenty of attractions this weekend in downtown Norfolk. But with thousands of people expected to flock to the city, some say there's just one problem.
Terrible. It's terrible.
Parking.
There's too many things going on in one weekend that makes parking very difficult.
Being an actual resident in the area, it can get a little hectic.
The closer you get to the Harbor Fest, the more difficult it is to find parking.
Several parking meter spots are covered for special parking and parts of streets are closed, some of which led to this backup on Granby Street around noon Friday.
I would say come early and expect delays in terms of the traffic jam closer that you get to the parking area.
But with 26 parking garages and lots in the area, The city says parking is easy. But for people who live downtown like Weston Kinsler, he says not so much. Even though he pays $50 a month to park in a city garage, he says that doesn't guarantee him a spot.
I'm going to try not to move my car all weekend because it's in a good spot at the moment, because if I do, it's going to fill up quick. And the worst is, if you are out doing something and you live here, if you come back and the garage is full, I mean, you're out of luck.
Meanwhile, the city is urging people to park outside of the immediate downtown area and ride the tide or the ferry to the weekend's festivities. And one of those spots actually available for parking outside of downtown is the Tide Stadium. You can park there and then jump on the Tide and ride that into downtown. But for more information about parking, you can head to our website, 13newsnow.com. Reporting in downtown Norfolk, I'm Erin LeBeau, 13 News Now.
Well, if you are heading out to Harbor Fest, don't forget to use our hashtag 13HarborFest on social media. You can share your photos and videos with us on Facebook and Twitter, and you can also email shareit@wvec.com. And if you want to know what's going on this weekend, we have a whole section dedicated to Harbor Fest online, including a list of events. And you can also meet the 13 News Now team at our tent, so make sure you drop by and say hello.
A shooting last night in Portsmouth has turned deadly. Today we learned the victim is 30-year-old Douglas Taylor. Officers found him shot around 9 o'clock last night on Elm Avenue near Portsmouth Boulevard. We're told Taylor was shot a number of times. Right now there is no information on a suspect or a possible motive. If you have any information, call the crime line.
We're following a developing story out of Norfolk. That's where a possible home invasion left a man dead. Shots rang out at Breezy Point Apartments on Glen Myrtle Avenue around midnight. Jimmy Lee spoke with people who lived there who say they heard the gunfire.
Oh my God, did you hear what happened? And I was like, no, what happened? He was like, yeah, a guy got shot multiple times.
It was midnight when neighbors were startled by the sound of gunfire.
I heard the victim got shot 9 times. Yeah, 8 to 9 times.
Police found a man lying on the ground outside the Breezy Point Apartments. He was bleeding from gunshot wounds and died at the scene.
It was terrifying to hear.
About 10 minutes later, police say a man walked into DePaul Medical Center with a gunshot wound, and they think he could be connected to the shooting at Breezy Point. Detectives think this may have stemmed from a possible home invasion.
Shipyard workers, military families, Navy families out here. It's very quiet, but it's starting to get wild. Yeah, it's starting to really get wild out here.
Still, so many questions as we wait for police to give us answers. Neighbors want to know if this was a targeted incident. It's unclear how many suspects there are, and we still don't know who shot who.
I moved out here because of the safety environment that I heard of and seen, but I don't know now.
In Norfolk, I'm Jemmy Lee, 13 News Now.
Norfolk police have tracked down and arrested a man wanted for murder in Ocean View. Officers arrested 22-year-old Jamal Branch in Portsmouth. He's the suspect in a shooting in May on East Ocean View Avenue that left one man dead. Branch is charged with second-degree murder and for the use of a firearm in the commission of a felony. He is currently in the Norfolk City Jail.
Virginia Beach police arrested a man in connection to a home invasion last month. They took 34-year-old Earl Sparks into custody. He's charged with breaking and entering, carjacking, robbery, and abduction. Sparks is accused of breaking into an elderly woman's home on Sullivan Boulevard and assaulting her before he left with her belongings. Sparks is in the Virginia Beach Correctional Center without bond. Both parents and students at War Hill High School in Williamsburg are concerned about how the school handles problems such as alleged sexual harassment and bullying. So they are making their voices heard in an effort to inspire change. Nico Clemens spoke with parents who say their cause hits close to home.
Coming to school is an emotionally traumatic event.
Parents demanding change at War Hill High School in James City County.
We want our children to feel safe coming to school.
Lissa Ballard Hunter and Andrea Chesney both say their kids are victims of bullying and sexual harassment at school. They feel administrators aren't rendering the proper consequences.
I want to know that what they're saying is taken seriously.
A group of students posted flyers in school last month, spelling out concerns about sexual harassment at the school. Last week, several students, including Ballard Hunter's and Chesney's kids, walked out of school speaking out against the alleged inaction from staff.
How many more nights do we need to sit at home and cry over our children? Sorry?
According to school officials, administration reached out to the students last month and had conversations with them about their concerns. However, parents say they want more than just a conversation. They want action.
Absolutely zero tolerance.
In an email from the Director of Public Relations for Williamsburg James City Public Schools, it reads in part, as appropriate, a school, police, or Title IX investigation is completed, and again, as appropriate, disciplinary action is taken for any student conduct code violations. Parents want to see clear and concise consequences.
If you do this, this is going to happen, and I want to see the follow through.
And they hope to see a change. In James City County, Nico Clemens, 13 News Now.